We made it.
Yes.
We made it. We're here.
Yeah. I feel great.
You feel great.
Yeah, because I was looking forward to this.
Yeah, me too actually. Yeah, we already broke the ice because we met last week here in Fosbury. So that makes a big difference because like you know the energy.
Yeah, of course. Oh yeah, I know what to expect.
You know what to
and I know what I can give.
Yes, and you know what you can give. So let's dive into it.
Oh, absolutely. Let's dive into it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
My little daughter made us this. What is this? A storage box.
Okay.
And I storage the questions in them.
Perfect.
In colors, in different colors.
Okay.
So we're just.
I'm just gonna.
Meaning. Yes, I'm just gonna open a drawer, and you can take a question out of it, and then you can answer it.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect.
But the first question is easy and simple. Tell us who you are.
Yeah.
And introduce yourself.
Okay. Perfect. Well, I'm Andy, and I'm energetic. I'm courageous. I'm bold, and I'm beautiful. No.
You are.
Yeah, thank you. No, why I introduce myself like that is that mostly we go for the common like, hey, I'm Andy, I'm 37, I'm single, I live in Antwerp. And I just want to go past that, you know? We are, as human beings, we are beyond that. Yeah. So I'm energetic, I'm flamboyant, I'm courageous.
You're bold.
I'm bold, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm daring. I like to be there,
Yeah.
I do live in Antwerp. I am Belgian originally, and for the last 12 years I lived abroad. I worked for amazing companies, and I lived in really cool cities. And
so we're traveling around, living around.
I was a nomad.
Yes.
Yeah, every 2-3 years. Yeah.
Yeah, every 2-3 years you.
Yeah, I was moving around.
Okay, and you live in Antwerp since.
2 years now.
2 years now.
Yeah.
How is that?
It's an adjustment.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
for a Belgian guy.
I mean,
what do I have to say?
I know. Yeah. Oh, that's not even comparable.
Like,
for sure.
Do you feel at home?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
No.
Did you ever?
In Belgium? Yeah, I did for a while. But I think from the moment you work in an international environment where English is the norm and you work with different nationalities or different cultures, you really have to like open your perspectives, and your way is certainly not the highway.
No, I can imagine.
And you really have to let go.
Yeah.
And like, okay, so I remember one thing. Like I was working in Amsterdam for a luxury group, and I was meeting, people from an Asian culture, and my manager really came up to me like, okay, so we'll go for dinner tomorrow, before the people arrive, and let's go over some ways how to behave with these, with these people, to make sure that we don't, So I like
to adapt their culture and the way of talking and the way of
Andy, you're quite present, so
the Asian people are more in
reserved,
the background and reserved,
exactly.
And their voice, the tone of voice is
always
soft and low.
Yeah, and then when you present yourself and you give your card, you give them with 2 hands, you look them in the eyes, you show respect.
So you don't say, I am Andy and I am bold, I am beautiful. You do that in Antwerp.
Yeah, I do.
Yes. In Antwerp. It suits the city.
Exactly. But I mean, these little things just really it opens your, just really opens up your mind, your eyes, and you're like, okay, flexibility, adaptability, and learning on the go.
Yeah. So what do you do?
What I do?
Yes.
Okay.
You are a transformation coach.
Yes. What's in a name?
Yeah, exactly. Does that mean that when I follow a course or a workshop or you become my coach, that I can transform into a?
Well, whoever you want to be.
Whoever, not a frog or
whoever. No, whoever. Yeah.
You're not a magician.
No, I'm not a magician.
Okay.
No, but it is really about. We have a lot of intentions, and it's about evolving these, integrating those intentions into your reality, right?
Okay.
But that is like a whole process.
Integrating your intentions into your reality.
Yeah, correct.
How should I understand that?
Yes.
I want to become Oprah Winfrey.
Yes.
You're my coach.
Exactly.
Get the job done.
Who is Oprah Winfrey? How does she behave? And how does her life looks like?
Okay.
And this is how you're going to behave, act, and think already today.
Heard about that. Act.
Yes.
And then your subconscious takes over.
But everything starts with an intention.
Right.
And then we have to make it real in order to make it achievable and so that it becomes a reality. So from intention you move to behavior. From behavior you move to action. From action you move towards, let's say, integrating it into your life, and then it becomes part of your identity. And once it becomes part of your identity, it becomes part of your reality. And that's what I mean, or we mean with transformation, is that, you can read 100,000 of books, and you can get amazing loads of insights.
Right.
But it's what you do with the insights. It's integrating them into your life, and that is behavior and action.
Behavior and action.
Yeah.
So like you wake up one day and you decide, I am gonna wear.
Thank you, because it starts with making a decision.
Right. Making a decision is very powerful.
But this is where it starts.
Yeah.
I decide to be this person. I decide to do this.
Yeah.
I decide to behave like that.
Is that the intention?
Yeah.
The intention, and then should I say it out loud? Is that something that you say in front of the mirror in the morning?
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
I want to become Oprah Winfrey.
Yes, but you don't.
For example,
you don't say I want to become. You say
I am. I want to say.
Language
then
is
I have to
key.
say it deeper. I am Oprah Winfrey.
No, but it's true.
That's how she
Language is really key, and
it's true. It's like pronouncing it.
Yes,
right?
and it's one advice I can give to you and to anyone for that matter is that if you ask someone a question and how they respond to that question, if you observe the way they talk about it, you already know how they feel about it inside.
Right.
Yeah. Yes, I think that, but I'm not really sure. So, it might.
Yeah. And you get the doubt out of it.
Yeah.
Like, not if, when.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I said.
Yeah, it's like yesterday I was on a phone call with a client and like, okay, so what are your, first session, okay, what are your talents? Okay, silence, which is okay because, we all have to think. And then I think one of my talents is, and then directly I step in and say, are you sure? Are you thinking of,
But that's finding out your gifts and your talents. And I study a lot of the Dr. Wayne Dyer's philosophy. He calls it the Dharma. Like every single one of us, even a butterfly, has a Dharma,
purpose.
has a purpose.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. A lot of people, they don't know what their purpose is. So the thinking is true.
But of course, but this is completely normal because we are conditioned to leave school. When we are 18, we are conditioned to know what we have to know, what we want to do for university. At 30, we should have a partner and should have kids.
Right.
At 35, we should have a house. At 40, all these shoulds and all how society, our parents, our partner, our environment wants us to behave in our environment, conditions how we are or who we believe we are.
Yeah.
And we have never learned, or we are not learned the process of questioning everything and thinking like, okay, well, is this really what I want? Or is this really what I believe in? Or is this really my formula?
Yeah.
How I look at life? Or
and what are my talents and my gifts?
Yes.
What makes my heart sing?
Yes.
The
or what gives
passion,
me energy?
Yes, that burning passion.
Yeah.
He says that's where your talent and your gift and your purpose and your dharma is.
Yes.
The thing, and you should consider that without thinking about making a living, without thinking about family, without thinking about you have to shut all these things out. And then what makes me what gives, even if it is
what makes me tingle.
what makes it, even if it is doing something with flowers or something. I'm just saying something. That's your passion.
Yeah.
And then when you put the intention in it, like you said, you can make a living.
Exactly. Yeah, oh, for sure. Yeah. So that's,
Great.
so this is what I do, and what we work on specifically, because, okay, you have an idea or a thought or an intention. Yeah. Okay, for it to become your reality, it has to go through a process. Yes. You go through a process.
Is it 1 year? Is it 3 years?
That's
is it
depending on the individual, because someone who has experienced, let's say, a certain way of living. Yeah. And has a survival mechanism. Yes. For example, will reach easier. Yeah. Its dreams or its goals, because it knows oh, I want that. Okay, well, I'm just gonna grab it because I need it in order to survive. Yeah. Where someone else, the
fear, comfort zone,
fear. Yes, fear, doubts kick in. Oh my God, no, I'm just gonna leave it there, and I'm gonna settle for this.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. You know what I read recently? I read imagination is more powerful than, and I have to say it right because I thought it was intelligent, but it wasn't intelligence. Mm-hmm. Then something that you like, knowledge.
Okay, yeah.
Imagination is more important than knowledge. What do you think about that?
Well, yeah, because it all starts here.
Everything starts
here
with
and
an
here,
idea.
right? It all starts here. It all starts with you. Everything starts with you. How you look at it, how you perceive it, and how you imagine it, right?
Everything starts with an idea. Even this table, even these pants.
Absolutely.
Everything started.
Yes, exactly. And I think what is important to understand is that the more vividly we can imagine something, it's like you're going to the movies, right? You have this big screen, the music, and it feels like you're in the movies. Yeah, this is the same with our imagination. A great example for this is that whoever told, which evidence can we put on the table that 6 out of 10 is a bad score? There is no proof. It's what the teachers have told us.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I can, yeah.
Exactly.
Course, yeah.
So
those grades are killing us.
Exactly.
Killing us.
Yes. We are made to believe. So this is the evidence. Yes. We are telling ourselves, oh, my teacher told me that 6 out of 10 I can do better. Yeah. But there is no real evidence. And with imagination, it's the same thing. If I want to be Superman or Superwoman, it's up to me to this. But it's my power move. Actually.
I know that.
That's why
I did it. I know that. I know that's your power move. We're gonna do it later.
Yes. But
so this is your
imagination is your truth.
Really, that's where it starts.
And that's where it starts. If you want to go left, if you want to go up, if you want to go down, if you want to go right, or if you just want to sit still or swing or whatever, it's your imagination.
Right.
But the important thing is to go into, to dare to go inside, whether it's here or here, and to just be and ask yourself, okay, who do I,
what? How do I want my life? Yes, and where? And then
exactly.
Imagine it with the sounds and with the taste and with the smells.
Yes,
and
yes, because we are emotional based, human creatures. Yeah. It's like when a client would ask, okay, or you create clarity on, okay, I want a big house. Okay, but how do you want to feel when you walk in the house?
Right. How does the floor sounds?
Exactly. Can you
your footsteps? Can you
taste the sense of the coffee? When you wake up in the morning.
Yes.
When you look outside your big window, do you see a forest?
Yes.
Do you see water? Do you see the city?
Yeah. And you have to do that.
Yeah.
Again and again and again. Every day.
It's an ongoing process, but it's something either we have lost it, or
I think it was never there.
It was never there?
In our culture, it was never there. It was never there. You can find that in the Asian culture, and you can even find that in the American culture. But I find myself every time, because I manifested my whole company, the investors, everyone, by imagining it. This is the truth. I'm not kidding.
No.
I don't have a degree. I don't have anything. I don't have a degree for running a business. And here I am sitting with you. So everything started with my imagination.
Yeah.
It is so powerful.
It is.
But it's not a part of of our culture.
No.
If we don't believe it yet.
Yeah.
But we're gonna make them believe it.
Exactly.
We're gonna make them.
Well, this is why we're here today.
This is why we're here today.
Exactly.
Andy. Questions.
Yes.
Here it is.
Oh,
so
nice.
if it is a question you already answered because we're talking.
Yeah, we
just
talked already?
Yeah,
okay.
we talked already. Just put it aside.
Okay.
Can you read it?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Oh.
Explain your work method,
Okay,
costs,
you did.
plan, how to start, and what do you mean with transformation?
Okay, we already answered that. Is there something else that you want to add?
Yeah, well, I think what is my biggest or main statement is the ABC of being extraordinary, or stepping into your extraordinariness.
Okay.
And the ABC stands for authenticity, becoming, and courage. And authenticity is really about, so what we talked in the beginning, like if you take away your age, where you live,
yes,
and what you do,
yes,
yeah, who are you?
yeah,
And
yeah,
why do you think the way you think? Why you
yes,
behave the way you behave?
yes,
And what is your truth? So that's one pillar. The second pillar is becoming. Okay, this is all future oriented. So
yeah,
it's really about, okay, who do I want to be and how do I want my life to look like?
yeah,
Because how you want your life to look like will have an impact on who you need to become.
of course,
Yeah?
that's it, yeah.
So then once you have clarity in that, it's about creating a plan with relevant behaviors and actions,
Yeah.
and then just go and do that.
And that's the C.
And that's the C. Then
Because
we come to courage.
Doing is requires a lot of courage.
Exactly.
The
But
doing, because a lot of people go through the A, and then the B, and then they get stuck with
yes,
the
of
doing.
course, yes. Yeah, because the inner critic steps in, or fear,
Yes.
or
Yeah.
the first no.
You're not gonna make it.
Exactly.
You know, the left part of the
Yeah.
you're gonna make
Or
it.
even,
Are you
not?
sure?
Are you nuts? Are you sure you're gonna do this in
You're not
COVID
keeping doing
times?
that. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So and courage goes both ways. Internal courage. So okay, this is who I am, and I'm just taking my space, and I'm living my truth. So
Right.
daring to be yourself
Right.
beyond what society wants, or whoever
Yes.
wants something to you to be. But then also courage, like external courage. So developing your mental capacities to not give up by the first no, or not, listen to that voice that says, "Oh my God, you're stupid," or
Yeah.
"You're not good enough," or "Fuck you," or
Yeah.
yeah.
We are programmed.
Of course, it's our
The
survival
survival
mechanism.
mechanism.
Of course.
We are programmed. So
And
you
we have
actually have to reprogram it. That's how I did
Yeah.
it.
You
I
have to get
reprogrammed myself.
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah, but you do that. How do you do that exactly? Because
Step
when I
by
was
step.
reading a lot of books, like 2 years ago, I came across that information. You have to, be comfortable being uncomfortable. You have to do. But how do I do that?
Yeah.
How do I become comfortable? Like, what am I gonna do? Do I have to sit down and meditate? Do I have to go? What do I have to write?
Yeah.
So that is where I stumbled.
Okay.
I never found the exact action plan. This is how. This is what you do. You go home. You sit down. You slap someone. I don't know. You make. I don't know, something to eat. Like you turn around
Yeah.
3 rounds and you're. What is it that I have to do exactly to shift my mind in what you are? Do you have an answer on that?
Yeah. Yes, I can help you with that. It starts with reverse thinking. So we have to go all the way to the future, and
Okay, stop. How do I do that?
okay, so that is really something, it's what I would call is being intentional. So every day you take 5 minutes to sit down, ask yourself the question, how do I want my life to look like in 6 months,
Okay.
a year, or 5 years?
Okay,
I
that's
mean,
very
if you're
clear.
not used to this, I would start with 1 month.
Okay.
Okay, just for 1 week, how is my next month going to look like?
All right.
And why do I want?
Yes, the why is so
Yeah.
important.
Yeah,
Why? Is it for me? Is it
Exactly.
for living comfortable? Is it for my family? Is it for
Yeah.
my happiness, my fulfillment?
yeah.
Yeah. Do
Yes.
I write that down?
Yes, you make it real. This is part of the
I
process.
know that. I'm
Imagination,
asking you
what
questions
we-
where I know the answer. So the
Yes,
writing is
crucial.
It's crucial. Something magical happens when you start writing.
Yeah, because you're going to believe it.
Unbelievable. I don't know what happens in the night. I think the letters
come out. And then when you write it, I mean, so this forms part of the book, The Secret.
Yeah.
You know, you write it as if it were already true.
Yes, you speak in the present tense.
You speak present tense.
Yes, you don't speak
so I live.
I wake up in the morning.
Exactly.
I open the door of my palace.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a gorgeous man standing in front of the porch.
Absolutely. So you write it down as if it were already true.
Yes.
And it was already
in the details that you want your life to become.
Correct.
Or the person that you want to become.
Yes. It's what we call the